What's up, everyone? Another week. We are back in action with your host, Bo Dietz. Alongside me, we got Kyle Shu and Mr. Alec Duchaney. Our other guy, Brett Vandehei, is in the back somewhere, doing editing videos and stuff like that, making sure there's no fraud and swear words and stuff like that in the chat. We also have, look in front of you. No, in front of you, not to the right.
Well, I thought you meant in front of the
We got Mr. Michael Vick right here.
back
He is joining us.
with his arm
Glued
back on after.
No. I put his finger through his face mask.
Oh,
So his arm, I don't think anyone knows the story, but one of the first days we were decorating the set, Kyle's shoe broke. You dropped Michael Vick?
I accidentally nudged him.
Was it because of what he did?
Maybe he deserved it.
Oh. Okay, we will continue this Michael Vick controversy later on in the show. That's going to be our last episode, or not last episode, last topic. We got a bunch of interesting topics to go. Let's get heated. The show's back. Talk about basketball, football, and baseball.
Yeah. We got a little college today, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, I'm excited. So basically, as you guys can see in somewhat small writing, we have Michael Vick in the middle. We have topics such as the Milwaukee Bucks and Lakers, the Brewers, how they're going to do this year, general outlook so far, the college football playoffs, and then what one did I say? The Garrett Cole contracts.
Yep.
That's always an interesting thing to start the MLB season. Anyway, we're going to get it started with the Brewers outlook. You guys are Brewers fans. Start me out here.
Well, I mean, I'm happy to be a Brewers fan instead of a Detroit Tigers fan, though. But I'm honestly, they got rid of Moose. They got rid of Grandal. I don't mind that. Yes, they played very well. They saved a lot of money, which I hope they put towards a pitcher. They got Urias, or however you say his name.
Yeah.
Who is probably going to fill in for Moose at third. You got Keston Hiura, who played very well last year, probably going to take over second base. Arcia, shortstop. Here's the thing that I hope that they do with the lineup next year is move Braun to first, and then they'll rotate the outfielders with Yelich and Gamel.
That would be interesting, moving him to first, because that's where I have a question mark. It's first base and third base. You said Urias might play third base.
Yeah.
I think losing Moose is going to hurt them, especially to divisional opponent.
He was a very good defensive player also.
He wasn't very good. You can go from third to second, which was an interesting transition. You are 100% right. I would almost bet money Braun's going to play first. That's what they have him. If you go to their website, that's what they have him on the depth chart right now.
Yeah.
Interesting of them pairing with the Padres. They also, basically the third baseman they got Eric Lauer, which was an average pitcher last year.
Yeah. I just really hope that they take all that money that they could have paid Moose and Grandal and just get a stud pitcher. They could have got Cole.
They never have that.
The one time that they did, they got.
Are you talking about CC Sabathia?
That was really just for the end of the season and the playoffs.
And he was at his last run too. Well,
yeah,
he was better the last couple of years than he was 6 years ago when they had him, or whatever that was.
They definitely need pitching help though.
Oh,
And I mean, honestly, I see them finishing fourth in the NL. 74 and 88.
The thing is, are they going to be better than last year?
I don't think so.
I think so.
Health? Is health going to be a question? Obviously, Yelich.
I think that they will be better than last year. They have a lot of young guys. Everybody thinks of Braun as the vet, but they have a lot of younger guys that came and played throughout the season, and then with Hira, who came up and kind of started to shine right away. He won a couple games for the Brewers, but the thing that lost games and eventually lost the last game of the year was pitching. Even though it was Hader, they have to take some pressure off just putting everything on him and saying, okay, go win the game for us. You need a starter that can actually win a game for you too.
If you think about the last couple of years, all the Brewers fans, and including myself, was thinking like, wow, these pitchers are actually good this year. Then you get halfway through the season and they start going downhill. You know, they're getting attacked. The batters know what they're pitching, you know, what they're throwing, stuff like that. Two things here, I guess, quick little debate, throw it out there. I'll go have you go first. Name two positives and a negative of the Brewers this year. What's
Of what they did so far?
Anything that comes to your head. If you say two positives, Brewers, what comes to your head?
Negative, they haven't signed on a big time starter yet. Positive, kept a lot of the young talent that they had. Another positive, I think they did a pretty good job at filling in the infield now that they lost Moose.
Okay. What do you think? You got a minute to think about it.
I would say the negative is I feel like their hitting is going to go down with losing Moose and Grandal. I mean, people don't realize that Grandal was great at bat.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, positives. The catcher that they replaced.
They got Omar Narvaez.
Not so bad.
He was actually his Narvaez is a guy they picked up, and he actually hit decent last year. He's basically a home run or bust type guy.
I think
that's how he hit last year.
The starter though.
I think.
Yeah.
You don't think
that?
So?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
They like to switch their catchers though.
Right.
Going back really quick to you guys answered it more in depth than I thought. If I were to say two positives with the Brewers, Yelich and Hira. Hira was an animal last year.
Yeah.
Young, amazing potential. So Hira and Yelich. Negative, obviously pitching.
That's the story every year,
Right.
and somehow they find a way to get like Woodruff, who last year pitched pretty well, and maybe they got something else up their sleeve.
That's why I feel like they're just that one step away with pitching. Kind of like, you know, Woodruff is like a sidekick to whoever the ace is going to be or might not be.
Yeah. You have two question marks on the pitching rotation. Freddie Peralta, young. Is he going to step up? And Hauser? Is Hauser going to step up?
I have like 20 question marks on the Brewers pitching staff.
Well, right. Corey Knebel, they are optimistic. They don't know what's going to happen with him coming back from Tommy John. Obviously, haters can be hater, but
I don't know. He lost the last game for him. I know that's a one game.
Is people catching up on that fastball?
Well, I don't know. I feel like after he has pitched so many innings, he's going to get figured out. It's just a matter of time. Maybe he's working on something else. I don't know. I hope so. But I've also seen some rumors of him getting traded.
Yeah. You got another thing here?
I mean, honestly, if they do trade him, I wouldn't think that's a negative.
Well, I mean, they would have to either get...
Depending what they could get out of him, might help.
Young guys.
Yeah. Basically, anything else to add to this?
No. I mean, I think they're going to be about the same as they were last year. It's tough to get better than that. I think it'll be a fun year because a lot of young guys.
Yeah. MLB is very hard to judge. Who would have thought the Nationals would have just went off after getting rid of Harper?
Yeah.
You know, staying in baseball, going to a different aspect of it money-wise. Last year we had Manny Machado. We had Harper. Now we're talking the biggest contract for a pitcher in MLB history.
Yeah.
What do you got in his contract?
9 years.
Garrett Cole, by the way.
$324 million.
Do the Brewers even have enough? Did they even have enough cap space to even sign him if they wanted to?
They were saying like some of the teams that were going after him, and obviously it was the Yankees,
What's the
the
California
Astros, the California teams, the Dodgers. There was a mystery team in there too, and I just had that feeling like that's gotta be the Brewers, right? With David Stearns as their GM.
That's somebody.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting.
But yeah, well, like I was saying, that California teams were like the runners up because he's from California.
Yeah.
I just did a little fun math here. Well, I did it before, but if he pitches 30 games, last year he pitched 33, he will make $1.2 million a start.
Oh yeah, you break it down more. There was a stat online.
Yeah.
Did you see this stat online?
No.
Okay, well wait for this.
He can pitch
Basically, just over $1 million to start, and yes, I'm going off some notes I took here. $169,000 per inning pitched. Okay, you break it down a little more. $9,200 per pitch. $9,000.
That's an expensive arm.
Yeah.
Oh,
$9,000 every time you throw one ball.
I'm wondering, who's the oldest pitcher right now that's still like relevant?
CC, I didn't hear that he retired.
I think he did.
Really?
And how
Yeah.
old was he? 40-something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because Garrett Cole's going to be...
He's 29 right
He's
now.
going to be 38 at the end of his contract.
Yeah.
Which I think is perfect. Will he last?
Retire.
I
Retire.
don't think so.
Verlander's older.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
high 30s, and
He's still solid.
yeah, he was probably the top
Yeah.
3 best pitchers last year. It's insane. If you take care of yourself,
Yeah.
you know, I guess the contract's worth it.
I think the money's worth it because he was second in record,
Yeah.
first in ERA, and first in strikeouts.
Yeah. His team was ridiculous.
Yeah.
His career ERA is 3.22, and yes, I'm going off notes. And last year in 33 games, his ERA was 2.5. So
Yeah.
the older he got, the better he got.
Yeah.
Might as well throw him a 9-year contract,
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah. One other guy just took a note. I know I didn't. This topic is mainly Garrett Cole, but Rendon. His average is like 320, 330 last year. He just signed a big one. 7 years, 2 years less than Cole, like 240, 243 million.
I think he's older though, isn't he?
Rendon?
Yeah, I think he's
I don't
like
know, I thought he was-
33.
No,
I thought he was 27 or something like that.
Oh,
I
really?
would say high 20s, just about 30.
But the other interesting fact is I think there was so far 4 big contracts that were given out. All 4 of them have the same agent.
Interesting.
And
That guy made
also
some-
Moustakas. So that guy, I think there's a couple more players that were on the top of the free agent list for this guy, Scott Boras, I think his name
I
is.
think we're gonna have to get a stat on how much money he made.
It's gonna top $1 billion for his players.
Well, that's insane.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
We got a couple of chats in here. Avery basically said he doesn't think a pitcher is worth that because you only can play every game or every inning. Makes sense. But when you have an ace that know that's going to get it done,
Yeah.
that's big.
Think of it this
Now-
way. What did he go last year? He went 20-5. That's 20 wins that he got your team. And the Brewers went 94-52 last year.
And you also have to think about the playoffs is a different animal.
Yeah.
That ace, if the Yankees in the playoffs this next season, they're gonna play him maybe every other game in the playoffs.
What you can do is like take your team, take out your worst pitcher, your worst starter from last year, replace him with Garrett Cole's record of last year. See what your team record would have been. I didn't do that with the Brewers, but they probably would have been over 100.
Yeah.
So.
Nick Coy, where's the hat guy? Oh, he's in the background somewhere over there.
I'm right here.
Right here. That's funny. Brett, I like those stats that you're throwing out there. Baseball players hit their peak at about 27, 29. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's basically it for baseball we got here. Don't forget, guys. Michael Vick is still going to be a topic. Last one, just reminding everyone. Topic number 3.
I like this one.
We got a basketball one.
This one's good.
You guys are Wisconsin, Milwaukee again. Milwaukee Bucks have just been rolling. It's insane. Bucks and Lakers.
16-game win streak.
16?
Yeah. The Lakers are on a
Listen,
5.
This is
Same record.
Same record.
This is going to be the championship game. It definitely is.
That would be an insane game.
They're both 22-3. Same record.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, I have all their stats here as a team.
Yeah.
It is almost identical.
Giannis is averaging 31, 13, and 5.5.
As much as, and I hope Ian will probably listen to this, I am not a huge fan of Eric Bledsoe. I think he turns over the ball way too much, at least in the playoffs last year. He is on a tear.
Very good start.
He basically last game when Giannis was out, he took over.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how many he scored, but I know he hit some clutch shots.
I noticed he was hitting the threes, which for him is just amazing because
Funny you mentioned
last
that.
year he could not hit a three.
I am still waiting for Giannis to start throwing up some threes. I think he's like 1 for 5 this year.
No, I think
Just wait until he gets pressured in the playoffs and he'll choke. Just like he did. Sorry, Bucks fans.
Well, that's funny because the Pistons probably won't even.
I didn't say the Pistons are good.
That's all right.
Detroit, everything is not good.
Why are you wearing their jersey then?
so. The
This guy is going to be a goat.
oh gosh.
Okay.
All right,
we
let's
can
stay on
get the
topic.
statistics on
No, we're
goat.
all good. We'll go Bucks and Lakers.
Okay.
Yeah, so here's the
Bucks
thing.
and 6.
That's
over
what
the
you think?
Lakers in the
Okay,
championship.
you can't predict the championship
I
yet.
just did it.
I mean, I think this is going to be the
Put a
championship.
post-it note on
I
the
think-
wall.
Honestly, I think the Lakers beat him in 5. Because tell me how you're going to stop LeBron and Anthony Davis. You're going to put
Well-
Giannis on what?
I like their defense for
On
those
AD?
guys.
Brooke Lopez is averaging
No.
the same amount of blocks as AD right now.
Correct.
So defense-wise, they're both the same.
But guess what? It's different when you play them for 7 games.
Yeah, and that's why I think I got more faith in the Bucks figuring it out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Let's not talk about the championship right
Okay.
now because
Sorry.
that's a long ways in. Just a quick little take on who could knock those teams off. So the Heat are number 2. That's insane. The Heat just went way up from last year. You obviously have the Sixers, the Celtics, the Raptors. Celtics are very good overall. Raptors without Kawhi, that's not going to happen. But I would say the Celtics playing overall good. I don't like the Sixers team, so I would say the Celtics is probably the only team that
I would
could knock
agree.
them off.
I would agree. I mean, I think the Sixers are just too slow.
Yeah, Sixers are very slow. They don't play
They're not going to
defense.
keep up with
They're going to be very lazy.
a guy like Giannis that can take 2 steps
I
after
think-
half court to get to the basket.
I honestly think Giannis is still on the rise of what his full potential is. So I got a couple stats here. He's averaging 31 points a game, 13 boards. So second in points and 5th in rebounds. I don't think there's another player that is on the rebound and points top 5. So I mean, LeBron is first in assist, which is surprising, but I never thought of him as.
Statistically, Giannis is absolutely incredible,
Yeah.
and he's a freak, as his nickname. The question is he going to be the greatest of all time in championship-wise?
I don't know.
If
No.
he doesn't have a shot, he's not going to be.
He's not going
They're
to.
going to
I'll
lock
tell
him
you
down
that
in the
right now.
playoffs. He's going to be forced to shoot threes. He's going to airball free throws in the playoffs and get nervous, and there goes their shot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that, but I mean, I don't think he's not gonna go down as one of the great all times because he's not gonna get the amount of rings.
I think the experience that he got from playing in the playoffs and going, winning games, I think he's going to be fine. I think that was all, being a young player and not being, used to those situations. Watch this year. I bet you he makes a huge splash in the playoffs and keeps playing like he does in the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, when one team, you're in the regular season, game 32, I'm the Detroit Pistons, you aren't going to come up with a high-intense game plan to stop Giannis. It's middle season. When you got 7 games, best out of 7 in the playoffs, completely different. Plus with a better
It's
team.
like what they did to James Harden in the playoffs.
Right.
Where they just face guarded him and double teamed him.
Same with what the Patriots are going to do to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Or
True.
the Ravens. Just watch them come up with something. Playoffs is different. Moving on to football. College playoffs.
Yep.
Playoffs?
We got the playoffs, top 4 teams that they came out with, I think, a couple days ago. We got number 1 being LSU, Number 2 being Ohio State. Number 3 being Clemson, and number 4 being Oklahoma. You want to pick a winner?
Am I a female or a male?
What's that?
I asked you a question. If I'm a female, I'm taking Clemson. You know, you tell me you aren't watching these TikToks with Trevor Lawrence, like the guy's just swaying his hair and stuff.
I didn't think of it that way, but
Okay.
I'm going Ohio State.
Okay, so I think this playoffs,
Yeah.
this is going to be the most viewed playoffs because of these big names, and I'll go into that a little more. But seriously, because of Chase Young, Ohio State, the best rusher in college football. Girls are going to watch because this guy. I'm telling you, most watched college football playoffs.
Okay. I mean, we'll start off with LSU. Joe Burrow projected number one.
Yep.
2 and a couple because Chase Young. I think he's going to be the next big quarterback, and I know people can say that all the time. There hasn't been a quarterback like Joe Burrow being so solid with like completion percentage. I know that we have all these guys who, take off, can run the ball like Kyler Murray did. They have been averaging 50 points in the regular season. You don't see that every day with having a quarterback. He's like Tom Brady of college football. So.
Yeah, obviously LSU and Joe Burrow, they're the team to beat at number 1. A lot of people are saying that whoever comes out of the Ohio State-Clemson game is going to win as well. I think the team that's least favored is obviously
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma,
yeah. I guess anything else to watch for?
I don't know. I mean,
who do you take?
I'm taking Clemson.
Ooh, interesting. I got Ohio State.
That's actually a very sneaky pick because, interesting fact, Clemson's 13-0. In the last 5 regular season games, Trevor Lawrence has a 76% completion percentage, 19 touchdowns, no interceptions.
I mean, the end of the year a lot better.
I think Ohio State is going to be the best defense that they've faced all year, but I think the same goes with the defense. I think Ohio State's defense is going against probably the best offense they had all year too with Clemson.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind these games are completely different as well in the playoffs. Ohio State, their best opponent, the Badgers? Basically.
I mean, yeah. I would agree.
More than likely, I mean, some special teams have
Yeah.
your randomly matched up with top 10, 15 team, but Wisconsin, they look like they may have had it, and then no, it just they don't play these games all year long. They play a bunch of. What are some teams Wisconsin plays?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Purdue.
Like,
they got Illinois.
Even smaller schools.
Oh yeah.
Like just random
ones
where they
at
just
the
roll.
beginning where
Yeah.
I was telling every person I ran into, I'm like, yeah, they're blowing these teams out and they're not letting them score. Wait till they play somebody. That's hurting them more than helping them.
See, now we have that aspect of Wisconsin. Other teams like Ohio State, Clemson, they have those games where they play terrible people. So it's not every day they're playing these great teams like obviously top 4 now.
How about all this talent though? I mean,
It's insane.
For each one of the teams, they have a lot of talent going first round.
Yeah. T. Higgins, receiver.
C.
Lamb.
Yeah.
Isaiah Simmons.
Yep.
Safety.
Linebacker.
Projected to go to
J.K.
the Lions.
J.K. Dobbins, the running back.
There was a lot of
solid.
names that weren't projected to go to first round, like Dobbins.
He's right over there,
Trevor
Jonathan
Lawrence.
Watch.
Is he going to go to the draft? Who
Watch
knows?
Dobbins move up just because he's playing with a very good team. I don't think he's going to be that great of an NFL running back, but I bet you he moves up into the draft board because they get national exposure right now. But another college thing, I don't know if we're done with college football. My old college team, the Mavericks, Minnesota State, they're playing Slippery Rock to go to the national championship for Division II football. So good luck.
There
I hope that they get back to the national championship. The last time we were there, we lost to Colorado State Pueblo, so hopefully they bring it back and get a championship.
Good luck to them. College football, few weeks and it's going to be over. That's the last of that.
I just can't wait for the draft. Yeah, I'm
Are
good.
you ready?
We'll go to the last one.
Are you sure you want to
No,
take
we're not
this?
trying to offend anybody with our,
With our talk.
opinions. I
Yeah.
mean, we're just putting stuff out here. So,
Everybody has opinions.
yep.
So we got a special guest here. I wish we could have him in real life.
I might be a little bit intimidated. I don't
Well,
know.
we.
Not me.
21 months.
I would ask for autographs.
Yeah, I'm a little sketchy.
All right. So, Michael Vick. Obviously he's voted in as an honorary Pro Bowl captain.
Mm-hmm.
As an honorary Pro Bowl captain, basically he's on the sidelines with the players, acting as a mentor. In the NFL, okay. Petitions were signed. Do you know how many petitions were signed?
550,000.
Correct.
Lots of petitions were signed all over. People made their own. People post on Facebook. But one website, it was like change.org.
Yep.
I have it somewhere in here.
Yeah. To remove them.
Lots of petitions to take them out. Before we go into some stats and whatnot,
I mean, if people don't know.
give me some of the. Oh yeah.
I mean, if people don't know what happened, I'm sure everybody does. Michael Vick was charged with animal abuse for dog fighting. Spent 21 months in prison,
18.
in federal prison. It was 18, I thought it was
18.
21.
I have 18 here.
But, and that was in 2007. And I mean, now, I think Brett was talking about this earlier, it's a federal crime. So he would have to spend a lot more time rather than just under 2 years.
Right.
So,
Specifically, participated in illegal dog fighting, killing dogs, and it was actually operating a business enterprise that involved gambling
yeah.
on these dogs fighting. Well, pictures went out. Obviously, I haven't seen pictures lately, but
Horrifying.
they were cruel. Yeah, it was not good.
I mean, it was devastating. I mean, he was in his prime.
He was the guy.
He was the guy.
He's like
Exactly.
Lamar Jackson, how he's
I mean, I won a Madden tournament with that guy.
I actually have
You
that
know?
in my notes right here. I have in 2004 the best Madden player of all times in Bo Deep's annual Madden tournament. Alec beat Michael Vick to win the championship by running a Hail Mary every play and then just running with Vick.
That's so true. I did.
Oh, I remember this with him. And there was no dogs in the video.
I think I beat Dylan Wenzel. I had to beat him back to back.
You
It was
did.
the Chargers.
And then
I
Dylan
did.
broke a remote. on the snap.
Yeah.
Anyways,
We eventually
I mean,
stopped that.
the guy was a role model. He was potentially the face of the NFL.
Yeah.
Made a terrible decision. Paid for it.
A lot of people do. There's
no question it was wrong.
I looked up how many NFL players got involved in like a criminal act or like anything, for drugs to DUIs to anything. They didn't have a specific number. It probably would have taken me a good 4 to 5 hours to go through everybody and see what they were charged with. It was that many people. So yes, I know it's a terrible crime. There's a lot of people in the NFL that have done stuff, and even people outside the NFL that make mistakes. But
Right.
I know it's horrifying that what he did.
I mean, we were talking
I'm not
about
taking his side or anything.
this is a one-off, but Ray Lewis obviously committed murder. He killed someone,
Now he's in the Hall of Fame.
and he's in the Hall of Fame as one of the best football players ever. Now the question is that different than what Michael Vick did? That's a debate that's very difficult.
I mean, was it different? Absolutely. That's the thing. People make mistakes. There's just different levels of severity of it.
But
You know.
here's the thing. Like with Vic, yes, at the time I'm not a huge fan like of who he is now. I think he is trying to make an effort. He filed for bankruptcy, so I mean the guy was pretty much out. I mean he could have just easily never been heard of again. He's working with the Humane Society. He's donated a lot of money to, helping law enforcement, animal control, or whatever, to save dogs and all animals. So I think that he's making an effort, but
I think he's making an effort, and he has to make an effort.
yeah,
If he didn't make an effort, he would not be in this position. So basically, this happened in 2007. He played a total of 13 seasons in the NFL.
yeah,
After, I want to say 5 years, 5 or 6 years, that's when he was convicted. He then came back for another 7. Now, before he was convicted, the Falcons were where he had his fame. Then on the Eagles, he was really good. But then it went downhill.
Yeah.
So he did play in the NFL after he was convicted of this. So this is not his first time back in the league being talked about. My comparison, do you want to say something before I say this next thing?
Second chances are hard to come by, but he's making the best of it, and like you said, he kind of has to. But, it's totally his decision. No one's forcing him to do this, and he's doing everything right.
and the only reason that this is being so talked about is because he was a superstar. You have 550,000 people signing a petition just against him being in the NFL to be a mentor to younger players so they don't get in that position. I mean, he's trying to help out other people right now. I mean, it's terrible what he did.
Here's the real thing, though. Michael Vick did what he did. He did his time. He came back to the NFL. But all this hate on Colin Kaepernick, that doesn't make sense.
True. And how he can't even get a shot at starting one game for
8 other NFL teams that could use him.
the Detroit Lions could sign Colin Kaepernick and let him play a game and see how he does.
This is sort of completely different because I think Kaepernick, he basically said he doesn't care about the NFL after he did his workout. He is a joke himself because he did that.
Yes, but
The league gave him a shot.
He has a right to be upset.
Now this is all for talking drama.
Yeah,
He's on drama.
They blackmailed him. That's basically what.
So back to Michael Vick. I guess to put the end to the argument, essentially, people posting on Facebook their stuff.
Yeah.
Do you ban Vick from the NFL being a captain in the Pro Bowl? No.
No, because he's trying to help out younger players.
Do you ban him? If you ask me if he's a good person, I'm going to say no. As a person, no. Even if you're trying to help out, he has to do what he did. He had to recover. If he didn't recover, he wouldn't be in this position.
I don't know the guy, so I can't judge how somebody.
I would say no. I would say no as a person, but he made his fame in the NFL, and this is the NFL. This situation. So you definitely let him do this.
Yeah, I think you give props to the NFL because the NFL makes some crazy decisions. We all know that. But I think this one was a positive.
Well, I'm not even thinking about Michael Vick and letting him do this. I'm thinking what the other players in the Pro Bowl are going to learn from just talking to him, and him being all the way at the bottom, having no money, and then having to kind of build his fame back up, rebuild his reputation. That story and how he did that, I would like to be a fly on the wall, hear all that. So that's my opinion on it.
One thing I want to leave everyone thinking, this is a comparison I was talking about earlier. Michael Vick to the NFL, to dogfighting, gambling, whatever, killing dogs, animals. Imagine a rapper. Imagine an artist, painter. They kill someone. A rapper overdoses a friend. He dies. Guess what? A month later, he's coming out with a new song about his friend dying and overdosing. He's famous. Weird. I'll leave it as that.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else on our topics?
No, I think that's about it. What are we gonna come out with next? I think we're gonna do some more like DraftKings and like betting.
Yeah.
I think we did pretty good. I think we want to start like on the board. We should probably start like a chart.
Like a tally?
Yeah, to see who would have won. So.
We got a question. I didn't see that. Thank you for the reminder. And Nick as well, Nick and Brett. Nick Coy has a quick playoff fantasy question. What is your fantasy question? Speaking of fantasy.
I can't give him any fantasy advice because...
he's in your league.
Yeah, and
what was the question?
Still in the playoffs.
TBD. I'm facing Mark Ingram tonight, and he scored. He has like 15 points in going.
Okay.
In my fantasy.
Wait, what was
He says red hot Tannehill. I don't like those three words together.
Does he want to look to start a quarterback or what?
Oh, on red hot Tannehill versus the Texans defense or Dak versus LA. This is a different league. That's tough. I definitely.
I'm not giving him any advice.
I say Dak.
This is not agree. Yeah.
I cannot trust Tannehill. I don't care how hot he is, what he's doing. You can't trust the Titans' offense.
True. I mean, they're a running offense to begin with.
I would. So as much as I said, I'm not going to do it.
I don't know. That's hard.
I would go Dak just because I'm going to start him in our league.
Against me.
Yeah, against you.
In the playoffs.
Yeah. Which Mr. Dietz here is already out of.
Let's not talk about that. I'm turning my mic off.
All right.
Greg says Dak as well. All right, fellas. We appreciate you tuning in. That was our first Let's Get Heated episode back from our going dark and whatnot.
Yeah.
But we're back. We're going to be giving more fantasy tips, more shows.
I also got a shout out before we do end.
You have a shout out?
Yeah.
Go for your shout
out. We also have one of our close friends who did help us out with this, Billy, battling some health issues right now. Billy got diagnosed with cancer. If there is a fundraiser coming up, it's up in Green Bay. I'll have the location for you. If you guys want to get involved in this, which I would be very thankful for, and I know he would, and everybody here, I can send you the information. We can post that. Just send us a message if you're interested in helping out, and we'll also post this just so everybody can see. But I would appreciate that very much.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll get that posted. We're gonna log off here. Appreciate everyone's support. Billy, we love you. You guys have a good night.